No Simple Road is stoked to have Sunset Lake CBD back with us as our sponsor. Sunset Lake is the real deal. If you've looked around trying to find CBD and it just didn't do what it was supposed to do, this is the place you need to go. They've got every kind of product you can imagine, including CBD tinctures with sleep gummies that are great for getting to bed, CBD gummy bears and reishi-infused chews that can help bring you a little bit of calm in a stressful day. They've got salve. They've got smokable hemp flower that's great for folks like me that don't want to get stoned and paranoid but want to have the benefits of cannabis. Well, now you got it. And they even carry CBD products for your pets, man. I'm saying this is Darwin approved stuff. Go over to sunsetlakecbd.com and check out the full range of what they have. This is Vermont grown, right to your door, and they're giving you 20% off. So put in the promo code NSR20 when you're checking out. You're going to get 20% off your whole order. And I know you're going to love it. They even have subscription options open for you, so you don't forget to get your medicine. Go check out Sunset Lake CBD, everybody.
Why can't every day be like this? No Simple Road. Yeah, no, I've been on that road too.
Here we go.
Here it is.
So,
Yowza.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the No Simple Road Weekly Rewind. Brought to you
Rewind.
in collaboration with Melt Premium Mushroom Chocolates. Go to Instagram, follow Melt Mushrooms, at MELTMUSHROOMS.
Shoot them a DM, and they will shoot you over a menu. And then the only hard choice you have is picking from their 10 wonderful flavors of chocolate bars. They have mini chocolates. They have 3 flavors of gummies, and they have capsules. So they got you covered. And we're talking feel good stuff.
Yeah, we're talking covered. So you get the gist. You know what to do. Do the thing. Do the do, and
Thank
then
you,
your brain
Melt.
will be happy, and your soul, and all that stuff. Yeah. So what? Hash in the teeth. What?
This is Apple.
Oh, and Aaron.
And Mel.
Yeah.
And, welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. A moon day.
That's right.
A lunes.
A lunes.
Okay. These are all things that we learned at Mojo Family Fest this year.
Yeah, this was a hell of a weekend.
This was the weekend.
But I want to get back to what we were talking about before we cracked
Maybe
the mic.
we don't. Do we want to talk
I want
about
to know about the hash in the teeth. You don't have to say names, but just the hash in the teeth.
Okay. Yeah. This was friends of ours.
Yeah.
We show up at the festival on Friday to get sorted out, and one of the funniest first things that happened is one of our friends, Invisaligners, were like laying on the table. She'd just taken them out, and somebody else, her husband, it was like all of a sudden you hear, "Oh shit, sorry honey, I got hash in your teeth." I immediately started cracking up, and I was like, I can guarantee you I have never heard that sentence in my life.
Yep. There's another.
He was like loading. What happened is he was loading a bowl of hash over her Invisaligner. Like, well, they're laying on the table, and he dropped a bunch, and it went right in the Invisaligners.
And it was like a magnet.
Had they put them in yet?
No, not yet.
Okay,
not yet. They're just laying there. But it was a sofa. Sorry, honey, I got hash in your teeth.
Okay, thank you for that.
So that's
Apple.
what that was. Yeah.
The other quote of the weekend is, "There's cheese in the tank."
Yeah.
Yeah, from last night.
There's cheese.
There's cheese in the tank.
Cheese in the tank.
That sounds gross.
It really does, doesn't it?
It really sounds not favorable.
So before we continue on with this, I don't know how long this is going to be, everybody. I'm working on 4 hours sleep in 2.5 days.
I can't even measure it like that.
Yeah.
Well,
And 2 pieces of pizza. That's where I'm at.
And I wouldn't even call what we had this weekend sleep, because everybody out there that's gone to a festival knows you don't really ever sleep. Like, you don't go into a REM sleep of like sleeping well. you doze on and off throughout the noise, the guy playing the guitar next to you, the dude doing tequila shots in the other campground, the different music playing. It's it's hard to get any good sleep.
I laid down on the first night and like fought with myself, I thought, all night. And then finally when I decided to sit up in the morning, I was like, I didn't sleep at all. And the sun was up and I was like, oh, I guess I slept.
Well,
I love how Logan called you out on that.
Yeah. I woke up and I thought to myself, I didn't even sleep. He's like, wait, you woke up. Yeah.
That man, what a great week. I was glad kind of too. Last night we were kind of the nuisances in camp. It was pretty quiet around us because the night before, Friday night, the people right next to us, they were really loud.
Yeah.
And doing a lot of noise. It was like, God dang it. And we're the ones that were up till like 5, making a lot of noise. We had like a disco going.
I don't know what you're talking about, Apple. I was asleep by 2:30.
Well, actually,
Stuff just starts popping off.
You guys say you did it, and I think it was Logan or Hunter said that too. They're like 4 a.m. is a very respectable
No,
time.
that was Yak Attack.
Oh, it was Dave. Dave
yeah,
from
he
Yak
goes,
Attack.
he goes, nobody can even talk shit to you at this point. Like, it's 4 a.m. That's respectable. You guys
yeah,
can, you
they
can
can't
dip
call
out.
you a sissy or anything, and that's a respectable time to be up.
People have to know what they're getting into when you get to a festival. There definitely is etiquette, I think, unspoken etiquette. But then at the same time, there's like, come
There are no
on,
rules.
you're at a
You're at a
freaking
festival,
festival.
stop
It's
it.
the first festival of the season. Your friends are friends. Like, it's going down. Like,
Well, I just
accept it.
I love it too. This morning, I'm coming back from the porta potties, and I didn't think anybody was up, and I see Aaron. Thanks for the sound effects. Yeah, that's what is what happened. But I'm coming back, and all of a sudden here comes Aaron, all wonky eyed, looking at
Aaron, wonky eyed.
Me?
And I was like, "You sleep good?" And he's like, "Bro," and the people that they're still playing acoustic guitar and singing
country songs at 5 a.m.
Yeah, when I went to bed, they're singing Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh my god!
Yeah, which I love that
I
song.
do too.
Yeah,
Name?
Name.
5 o'clock in the morning.
No, and not with bad voices, but Aaron's like, and
let's just say
he's like-
tired voices.
And Aaron looks at me. He's all, I just want to go there and tell him to shut up. And I was like, you can't. He's like, I know, I know,
want
I
to.
can't,
I'm
but I
not
want
going
to.
to.
You know, that's something you can't.
It's not nice.
Well, you got to come. You guys are usually more prepared too. Usually, I was like, you don't have your noise canceling.
I did not bring my
anything.
I forgot my correct
and
stuff.
the thing is at some point the noise level becomes background noise. It's not intrusive. It's like sedating.
It's the wall of sound.
Yeah, it's like a babbling brook. You can't really tell what they're saying or what they're doing. You just hear little things. And
like in the restaurant, you can hear like all those
Yeah.
conversations
Warble,
happening
warble.
in front of
kind
you.
of like
behind
Charlie
you.
Brown when the teacher talks.
Kind of like at the Sphere when the sound was coming at you from everywhere.
Yeah, kind of like that. We're blowing it a little bit because we have to say a huge thank you to Bodhi Mojo.
Thank you, Bodhi
Yes.
Mojo.
And the entire Mojo Family
Wow.
Fest team for inviting us out,
Yep.
having us do a
Having
live
us back.
podcast, and for being so gracious and wonderful to the No Simple Road crew and the family. It's really something to behold that what this scene is and what it's becoming, and how awesome.
How this
festival is.
festival keeps growing. This is the 4th year, and it was so sweet. The dedications from like Sponge and stuff, because this started 4 years ago in Jack's dad's backyard up in Washougal, Washington.
Jack had it in him to do this. That's what I can say about this. That he literally has the eye and the determination
And the team.
and the to back up. Like, I mean, all those people that support him. I've never seen Jack in the 3 years that we've done this look so calm and relaxed, and he's pretty calm and relaxed, period. But this was like another level. This was like, I felt like he knew that he did a job well done. And I just want to also say a special shout out to Nelson for taking so much off their plate so that they can concentrate on kicking ass, which those Bodhi Mojo sets. Holy shit.
It came through in the music. You
What?
could tell how focused they were. And I remember that's with the support too. last night that thanked Harrison for everything.
Oh my gosh,
and
Harrison,
Harrison's
rock star moment.
He's like, don't thank me, man. That's Jack. He's like, thank Jack. Like that, the whole band supports Jack so much, and they're like, thank Jack for they all do. We always do, but it was just so sweet to hear, and it
that's really sweet.
And their sets the entire weekend. Everybody was on their A game. Every band that played there, it was like the Final Four. 110%.
You know what I mean? Like it was like each band was like, it was this intense volleyball match. It was like whaba one stage, whaba the other stage, whaba the stage. You know what I mean?
I feel like the homegrown Portland, Eugene jam scene had leveled up.
Oh,
and I don't know, maybe it's just my perspective or whatever, but like the sound coming from that stage during Sponge and Bodie Mojo respectively,
and Magic Beans.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay,
but like,
sorry. Okay,
our local guys, like it was reminiscent of the feeling you get at a Fish show. For me,
musically. Or
feeling
the
wise.
feel,
the
feelies.
The feels 1,000%.
No, that's what I was saying to Harrison and Jack yesterday. I was like, it's what you guys are doing. What's really special about it is it's not you're not copying anything. It's not derivative. You can taste the influence in the stew, but it's not like you're trying to do their thing. You're doing you with that influence.
I'm just really, I have to say that I'm proud of all of our local bands that came out and came correct and showed so much love for each other and toward each other. Everyone is so supportive of what the other friends' bands are doing. Dancing with Love last night
from Family
Mystic, just letting their hair loose after their set, and it just is it felt like such a great time. It felt like we were in our own backyard with our best friends, and everybody was ready to play hard.
Yeah, like you said, every set that we saw was like, holy shit.
I know.
Holy shit. Like the Family Mystic set was the tightest I've ever heard them play. The harmonies between them was impeccable.
But they
Marcelo
also,
shredding.
Yeah.
Like
when Family Mystic plays, they call in a certain temperature and a wind change in the air. I can't explain how it goes from a normal, even if it's a nice day, regular day, and then Family Mystic comes on and like a special wind blows and it makes the air more enjoyable and brighter.
Changes the temperature.
It changes I felt sphere vibes at the festival, meaning like how the sphere made everything feel so real and so
vibrant.
Yeah. And everybody sharing the same experience. It felt very much like that's what we were doing over the weekend. The nature, the grounds were amazing to see it come to life. We got there on Friday before. I mean, it was formed, but without like the people and the energy of it. And it was, by the time we left, like
popping off.
It had been blessed.
Yeah.
The land had been blessed by what went there.
Oh, yeah.
So it was our first time ever seeing the Magic Beans.
Yes.
Headlining this festival last night. And wow, man. If you haven't, I mean, they've been around forever. If you've never seen them or checked them out, please go do it right now. This is a very...
I love his voice.
I'm trying to think of the word for his voice, but like... Just the band, they have such class, and they do it with it's very much their own trip, what they're doing.
Yeah.
And last night was a slow roll to the lid popping all the way off.
Yeah. And then they have like it's not slow, but it is, but it's deep.
But it's not,
and they're so tight. And then when they sprinkled, they did that Cure cover.
Oh yeah,
which just got everybody that way. Whenever I'm alone with you,
sing it, Apple. Yeah, thank you, man.
It was,
dope.
and then
amazing.
and then which was awesome. That got the crowd really going when they started doing the Portlandia theme song,
of the
and
90s.
he said I hear the dream of the 90s is still alive in Portland, and they go into the Portlandia and they like jammed it out and
So
got
good.
it crazy and funky, and
That was my favorite part of their performance.
And it's like sprinkling. It's
Oh
doing
my
Portland's
gosh.
doing Portland. The whole last night there was like just a sprinkle.
spritz.
Do we want to talk about that? How,
You couldn't even, well, I just remember we're standing there, Aaron's like, it's rainy. He's all, I can't even feel it, but I can
could
see it
yeah.
in the lights. Like it was just a little light mister system on
Yeah,
everywhere.
but I'll
was
tell you
the
what, when I
perfect.
got back to the camp and like went to go take my coat off,
Realize how wet
yeah,
you
I was
are.
like, oh, I'm fucking soaked.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
I'm a musty, weird, moldy dude right now. Yeah, let's talk about the whole water deal.
well, the water deal. You know, we had been talking about what we're going to do for Mojo Family Fest. I think for us, something that works, and maybe this is because we make it work, is like we don't really talk about the thing we're going to do up until like almost the
Well,
end.
we had been
You just-
loosely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like the loosest template. Like, oh, what are we gonna do? Oh, okay, well, let's do a ritual. Okay, and so anyway, all of that turned into this like incredibly synchronistic thing with Jack telling us about his friend that didn't get to perform this special.
Cascadia camp out.
Before that, though, we had seen a video of Red Mud Ranch and saw that there was a river on the property that you could like dip your feet in or go swimming in and stuff. And I was like, well, we started last year at Rhythms Ground with like an earth-based thing. Why don't we continue it this year with a water-based thing?
Mm-hmm.
And Mel and Apple were like, yeah, let's do that. So then Mel, you talked to Jack.
Talked to Jack, and he said that his friend hadn't been able to perform this certain dance that they had been working on for months and months. And they were going to do it at Cascadia Camp Out, and they had to change locations. And so in doing so, they couldn't do that dance. To my understanding, they were able to perform it to some degree, but they really wanted to share what they had been working on. And so they came in and, well, let me say this. Jack hooked us up with Jordan's number. I was like, you know what? Let's incorporate it in the show. Let's do something. Like we have an hour, we can share that. We want to do that. Let's see what they're what they're about. We didn't know what their dance was about. And come to find out when I contact Jordan, she of Radiant Essence dance in Portland, Oregon. It was about the river.
Yeah, it was a
water dance.
Water dance.
And I was like, well, no way. Like, what? Well, then she shares with me that these incredible, beautiful silk scarves that they use in their dance were hand dyed by each of them with indigo, taught to them by this method that is like, not an easy method to do. And so it's this like from beginning to end, they're dancing with this beautiful emotion, mirroring the river. And they have these gorgeous silks that are flying in the wind. At Mojo Family Fest, I got ahead of myself because I'm kind of like imagining it.
Well,
but
yeah, we had just finished doing our live podcast, and at the end of our set, we had a table set up in the front of the stage with a pitcher, a really beautiful pitcher that we filled with water from the river, and we had a big silver bowl. And we had everybody come up and pour a little bit of water into the bowl, their intention for the weekend, and the rest of whatever into that, and to create a collective seed. And we brought the property owner
an olive tree,
and we used that water from the collective to feed that tree for the first time.
Yeah.
With our intentions.
Yeah. And then when we finished that part of the show,
which was really beautiful.
It's so
watching
funny to
everybody
see adults cooperate.
But just watching everybody, how they respond to the task. Some people take just a moment and do it. Some people pour so beautifully.
Yeah.
And then some people like pour a lot versus
and,
like just
and
little.
some of them dip their finger and like on the third eye.
And like bless themselves. Like, and it was such a beautiful experience.
Did either one of you catch the two younger kids that were in line?
Yep.
And the girl was next, and the one guy he was cool, but he just came wandering in and walked right in front of them and did his thing. And the girl's like, Mom, he cut me, and like not too loud, but loud enough. Like I could hear, and she's like, honey, it's okay.
You'll get your turn.
Yeah,
man. To see, like, we didn't give much instruction. I just said, you're gonna come up and pour a little bit.
I went down and I like did it. Like, this is how you do it. I'm gonna take the lid off, and there it is. And just the natural line formed behind me, and it was powerful. Actually, it was really powerful. I know that first of all, we weren't forecasted for rain for the entire weekend, so it was like cloudy a little bit, but not any rain. And during our set, the power generator went out. Mm-hmm. And so they had to stop. And then so it kind of, we had to speak up and just kind of use our voice for a minute. And then we ended our set, and maybe it was like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, it started
pouring.
Well, okay. It was sprinkling a little bit, and then it did cut loose. And so,
I mean, it was really tripped out how the whole thing came together. Like, we're planning at home just between the three of us what we're going to do. We come up with the idea of doing continuation thing in the water. And then Jack introduces Mel to Jordan, who just happens to be doing this water dance, interpretive dance with this really dope music. And I actually got some video of it. I'll put it up on our Instagram.
Mind you, it's cancer season. It's water season right now.
And I didn't even think of the possibility of like bringing in the rain when we did that. And then afterward, when we were like kind of all at camp huddled in the thing, I was like, oh shit, we did this.
No, we were dancing, and I realized it, and I looked over to you and I was like, it's raining. We made it rain. And he was like, oh shit, yes. Because it like dawned on me. I was like, dude, it was beautiful. Friday was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was hot.
It had very few fun little puffy clouds in the sky. Sun was bright, hot, warm, all that stuff. And then after the gorgeous morning, right after the set, it started to come down, but it was like so needed. It was refreshing. It kind of tampered down the yeah, man. And it brings another element. People are like, it feels good on your skin to get wet and be a little cold and cooled off after dancing, and like just
and not having showers. Yeah. It's nice to have a little fresh water on you. And hold on, I was back up for a sec too, because the thing that the girls did, that Jordan and the other two girls did,
Christine Marie, I don't know the other girl's name. I'm so sorry.
It was amazing from the time we started having everybody line up to pour the water to the end of their thing. I was like goosebumps head to toe.
Yeah, a couple people came over to me and said I got goosebumps during that.
Kept getting that sensation. And the one girl, she read her poem that was very powerful and beautiful, all about water. While Jordan was doing a dance, and then all three of them did the dance. And when they came off stage, I was like kind of speechless. I was like, that was the only word I can think of is enchanting. Girls, thank you so much. That was enchanting. And they were just like, thank you. It was beautiful.
The perfect ending to that water ritual that could have ever happened. And just, we turn around, we're like kind of getting together the altar that we had the table on and everything. And we turn around and Jordan's just there.
Yep. Just right on time.
Right on time with her notebook and like ready to rock and roll with her beautiful, glittery, shiny eyelashes and just adorned. That's what, when I think about like a beautiful, dancing, she had all of those elements. Yeah. She had like the elegance and the poise and the fun and like just her movement of the body and like that interpretive dance to the poem that Christine Marie read was so beautiful. And yeah, man, just to be able to kind of end that with that, like how we did was, to me, that was probably like one of my proudest moments of the weekend.
It was the first time that we've done a live podcast. Oh, and by the way, I'm getting the audio from it, and we're going to put it up this week. This is the first time we've done a live podcast that when we were done, I didn't feel like I had more. I usually in the past when we've done it, I leave feeling like I could have done that better. I could have said more. I wasn't fully me for whatever reason. Like I was in my head too much. And this was the first time that I left the stage like I did exactly what I came here to do. I said exactly what I wanted to say. I said it how I wanted to say it. And I felt like the three of us like did No Simple Road just like when we're in here.
Yeah.
So we had like come up with a loose framework of what we were going to do. And we had like little segments and we were going to interview some of the vendors and different stuff. And we were there watching the Bodhi set on the first night. And I just had this realization. I was like, you know what? I was all tense about it and hung up. And it's like, we're just going to do us. We're just going to be who we are. We don't need any script. We'll figure it out. And like, it was the perfect thing.
I want to thank you because I feel exactly like that. I felt like we were more ourselves on stage than we ever were.
Yep. Yeah.
And I don't feel like we have a habit of not being ourselves. I just mean like
more comfortable.
We all know when each other's tense.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel that yesterday. It felt like so easy just going up there like, oh, okay, we're doing this thing.
It's a testimony to Mojo Family Fest. It's a homegrown grassroots local festival that's gone on for 4 years now, and it's starting to grow. It's growing, and it's getting to the point where it's getting rather large at this point. It's getting big.
There was a lot more growth this year, and that to me was like, at one moment last night, I can't remember which set it was because I was just so blissed out, and I had my eyes closed, and I just literally saw the place packed, the same location, but like you couldn't move.
Yeah.
With the freaking bells and whistles and the whole thing. And I was standing in it and I was like, wow, this is going to be big.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it already, like, again, it was compared to the first year, but like, it felt right. Everything felt right there. You could tell that there was a lot of intention and care put into it. And, everybody seemed happy. I didn't see anybody that was stressed out that was working. The vibe of the just being there felt. I think we actually said this last time too, if I'm remembering correctly. It was relaxing. Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, very relaxing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And sometimes festivals aren't like that. It's like, especially if you're
a lot of
working or doing the thing, like it's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like Peach Fest was not relaxing.
But it was dope.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It was the perfect experience, but it wasn't
we busted
relaxing.
Our asses, yeah.
We came home exhausted and took a while to recuperate. I feel tired. I felt tired, like I had a good weekend, and I'm going to be fine.
Well, there is something to having a festival in your home state.
That's true. It was 30 minutes from our house.
We popped out, and we were in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
It was the best location. I have to say a shout out to that location, to the owners, to like everybody. Again, Mojo Family Fest for putting it on, and it meant something so much more this year. The solidity of our friendships with everybody and seeing everybody grow in their craft.
Yeah, it's a trip to see our musical friends coming into their own. And you can see their personalities now, like coming through their instruments.
Yeah, because we just barely knowing them, 8 years in, right? Like they've been doing these things their whole life, and so we're seeing them like in their finest hours. I feel like
Harrison from Bodhi Mojo.
Oh my God.
On Friday night was like
Apple. Hold on.
They're up on the drum riser. He's up on the drum riser, and the lights are on him, and he looked like a 70s rock god.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
He did this one look where he was like, I looked up and he was like,
Mel looking like over her shoulder back at Apple.
I got that exact vibe. The whole
I was like,
rock
what the
star
fuck?
with like the dragon.
Yeah.
Like I saw the whole thing and I was like, hell yes, Harrison, take it to the next level. Like it felt like, oh, they could definitely be at Moda Center. I could see. I can see them at Moda.
Yeah,
They crushed. And I gotta say too, I love that Friday night their set when he brought Scotty from Lost Ox up, and they had the double drum sets and did drums too. That was they played
amazing.
so good together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it really does feel good to see the people that you know and love doing the fucking thing, like for real.
Yeah.
And the waves of energy and like force coming from all the bands that played.
Yeah.
It was fucking top notch. And you know, not to like downplay a local festival, but sometimes you go to a local band festival and it's, you know, we have high expectations in the jam scene. Let's face it, we're picky fucks, all of us. and it's not the same thing as going to see Fish or Dead and Company or Goose or whatever. I would put this on par with that this weekend.
Yeah.
I really would. I got the same feelings.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
like
the incredible music. And the one thing I loved about that venue too is the way they had the two stages, because when you're at a festival, you don't get to see every moment of every performance. But there, you got it. We were like in the middle where we were camped, and you got to hear it.
Yeah.
Even the bands we didn't get to see, we got to hear their sets and everything, and it was amazing what everybody did. The Supernatural Beavers, the
Chicken Shit Gamblers.
the Chicken Shit Gamblers, Flying Caravan, Man on TV. Like, I mean, just everybody came with it last night. Rambler, Love Mischief, Love Muscle. They're trying to think of all that. There was so many great performances.
Takimba.
Takimba was dope.
Sean and the Vibe Tenders.
Sean McLean was the first thing we saw when we arrived at Mojo Family Fest. Sean McLean and the Vibe Tenders is the coolest shit out right now in Portland. Like when I think of like cool funk or like smooth, that's Sean McLean and the Vibe Tenders.
I love hearing Sean sing. He's got such a good voice about him and everything. And also Yak Attack is a Yak Attack set.
I wanted to
Friday
shout
night.
out
Oh my God, dude.
Coup Era. That was so nice. We were setting up camp during that time, and it was such good vibe music for like not getting pissed off.
It was kind of hip hoppy.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you. I wish I could have seen it, but it felt better being at camp working on our stuff and like making it homey, and like I don't know, it just pumped me up.
I gotta back up. Yak Attack. If y'all out there haven't checked out Yak Attack, go stream it when we're done. It's I'll just say this. I'm not even gonna give you like genre anything. It's a vibe. Go check them out. It's dope. And
the other one too. Now I remember the Far Out West. That was sprinkled in there with like the bluegrass.
Yeah,
and we're singing the song about getting rich selling pills.
Yes,
when everybody was cracking up and just dancing their asses off to bluegrass, which we have come to love so much.
It was good to have Mojo Family Fest be the first festival this season for No Simple Road. We've got
it's a great way to kick it off.
We've got Fair coming up, and we've got Cascade Equinox and then Dick's, and this was the perfect entry back into the season this year. I felt like it couldn't have been done better. So I'm starting to fade right now, so we're gonna
wrap it up.
bounce. Here
Wait
in
a minute.
second.
We have okay.
But also, like either tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to get the file from the folks at Mojo Family Fest, and I'm going to put out our live podcast. So stay tuned for that. You're going to get 3 episodes this week. Mel, do you have a favorite moment?
It happened at the very end of Mojo Family Fest. It's because it's so fresh.
Yeah.
And it was very impactful, and it was like the cherry on top of like the most beautiful cake you could have ever asked for. We went to the river, and Ben and I put my feet in the river. Ben put his face in the river, and I was like, "Hey Ben, have you ever heard about those guys that can like hold their breath for like 5 minutes and like they're like underwater for like the equivalent of like 8 hours or 5 hours a day?" And he's like, "Yes,
The pearl
like,
divers.
in Indonesia, blah blah blah." And I was like, anyway, somehow we got on the topic of DMT, and then he was like, "I bet that would have the answer of how they do it." And so I was like, "Well, do you want to find out?" And he was like, "What?"
He said, "What? Martha Stewart brought the kitchen sink?"
And Ben and I had a perfect moment, and just it on the rocks there. Like,
I walked over. I was like, who just opened a new thing of tennis shoes? they're both just like cackling on the river's edge.
But yeah, that was because, first of all, Aaron and me were talking about, Aaron and I were talking about like not having the for the festival, and part of the, well, I guess Apple, you were there too during the festival set.
Yeah.
And I'm fading too, guys.
I can tell.
I was going to say, you said that almost like
a little bit more, baby.
You said that almost like I was like, yes, I was there,
Oh my
Mel.
God, you were there. You were there.
Come on, keep it together.
Okay, what was
You got.
I saying?
You're gonna ask me what you were saying? I don't fucking know.
Something about the festival, and I was. You said you guys were there, and then you added in I was there.
No Simple Road,
and
baby.
We did something.
We're doing it live.
We did something. You already shared your favorite moment.
Let's just move on.
Yeah, Mel smoked DMT by the river. That was her favorite.
Yeah. No, what I was going to say is that like everything really is inside us, and that's all I can know about.
Okay,
That's it.
All right.
I'm with you, baby.
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
Apple. Before I run out of
A
gas,
favorite
and don't know what
moment
the
of
fuck
the
I'm
festival is that's such a hard question, but I would
There's
say because it's on the top of my mind is bonding with Ansley and Graham
Yes.
and their friends.
That was my.
Logan
talking
and
about. Steal.
That was
Logan
my-
and Hunter are fucking awesome.
Wait. I'm gonna do it. Oh,
And
damn
then
it!
you
Didn't
can't
work.
do it.
I
You guys,
Didn't work.
Never mind.
I hope Logan and Hunter hear this and they start listening to us on our podcast. But it was everybody had said it too. It was like a 50-50 mix of us older folks, parents and things, and then them all in their late 20s. Or so, and there was no age difference. Everybody had mentioned that throughout the weekend. We all melded together so much, and we were having fun partying and dancing and hanging out with the younger group, and they were having fun with the older group.
Yeah. It's a
and
mutual
all of that
appreciation.
melted away.
age disappears,
And we had
man.
so much fun, and they're just one of all of our favorite things is discovering new music. And Ansley and Graham and their crew have such a knowledge of all this music that we love and don't know about. They turned me on to so much new stuff.
Or
Mel exchanged numbers
Well, I
with
was like,
Logan
what
so
is
he could
this,
send
Logan?
some playlists
And he was like,
to
I'll
us.
just send you a playlist. And I was like, what? You will?
And then they know genre.
You can do that?
We always talk about like
My
genre.
phone doesn't have a silence button.
Like they're not being genres anymore, but there is subgenre because Logan's like I don't like neo something punk, but I like this punk neo like
The Slits are the
different-
shit.
The slit shits.
yeah. But
It's like
it was
shit.
just amazing. I mean like usually I mean the music and all the bands was like what a festival is about, but it was equal to me. Like seeing the bands perform and what we did in the campground and having our own thing, listening to each other's favorite songs. The entire thing was just perfect.
Yeah.
Across
Agreed.
the entire
1000%.
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna try.
Don't you say two, because I don't.
No. I'm not. Me too, Apple. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
I was gonna say, don't you say two answers?
No, I have one.
All right.
Take it easy.
Oh yeah, when he'll say one and then another, and then we've already got
one
one.
thing.
Thank you, Apple, for knowing
Look,
what I'm talking about.
The whole weekend was dope as
the
fuck.
moment.
Yeah.
The whole weekend was the moment.
Totally. And again, before I falter, Jack, Bodie Mojo, Mojo Family Fest team, we are so honored and grateful to be a part of this wonderful fucking community.
It's a
Thank you
happening.
all for including us and making us part of this thing and letting us come be ourselves, as messy as we are, and
digging it
and do what we do and vibing with us. And it means every fucking thing to me and Apple and Mel.
Yes,
and
it does.
I want y'all to know that. Okay. So last night after Sponge finished their set, Chris Cooch and his fiance, Amy, are standing with us. We're dancing with us. And Chris turns around and looks at me and he goes, "Hey, man, so I just happened to have brought my guitar. I would really love to come play for you guys at your camp." And I was like, "Are you fuck yeah, let's go." I kind of thought he was fucking with me. I was really spun at that point. I thought, like, okay, what?
No, dude.
And we went up there and like our whole crew piled into these two 10x10s. And
may I just say
Mel
that was
created
a
a vibe with the
me
lighting.
and Tiffany, dude. Me and Tiffany, Doug helped with the decorations.
I posted a video on our Instagram today. You could see like maybe 45 seconds of what he did. He played maybe 5 or 6 songs.
He played 5, yeah.
Everybody was like
a 5-song
you could
secret
hear a
super
fucking
set.
pin drop in that space.
It was like a listening room.
Yeah. And he threw down the shit. Like I can't even with him.
I can't even with you, Chris.
Yeah.
We can't even with you.
It was
His
you
lyrics,
know, like how
man.
sometimes music hits you in a way that's like it's right on time.
Yes.
It's exactly what you needed to hear. And it's the perfect reminder
Yes.
for the thing that's ailing your achy head.
Yeah.
Chris, his lyrical ability, it hit me in such a way last night that I was just like, oh my God, this is the festival, like talking through Chris to me.
And he didn't even know what he was going to play.
No. And everybody in the room was equally, you could you could feel the room like sync up and the thing was happening.
Yeah.
And it was like we were in outer space above the festival in our own little
We
bubble.
literally had a private room that was an acoustic secret set at
It
Mojo
was so
Family
sick.
Fest.
So that and to be there with the people that Apple just mentioned, you know, like the Ravert family and Ansley and Graham's friends and just all of us there, the No Simple Road family. It was a really like concrete reminder to me at the beginning of festival season what No Simple Road is, what this thing, whatever it is, does, independent of the three of us. Like it does shit, and it's a ball of energy, and it's dope as fuck.
It's growing by the minute.
Yeah, I dig it.
I love it. I just got Meg's freaking, I don't know, maybe her rugs or something from Target.
Oh,
I'm
God.
like,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of that,
yeah. Hey, everybody. Congratulations to Meg and Sean.
Congratulations.
On your engagement, you two. We couldn't be more happy to be welcoming you to your new home of Portland, Oregon, and can't wait till you you two get here.
That's going to
And
be the
we love and miss
banging
you.
ass wedding I will ever be at.
Long Strange Putt is from Portland, Oregon now.
What?
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, so fine.
More later.
Yeah, more later. More to come.
Okay, so what was your second favorite moment, Apple?
No, that was it. What was your favorite moment? We only
Apple.
have one.
Yeah, Mel's allowed to ask me my second
Yeah, I
favorite.
can ask Apple a
All right.
question.
You just be quiet and sit back.
I'll shut
for a
up.
minute. Oh,
Sorry.
Second favorite moment, I got to give the runner-up prize goes to Audrey for the booty dance last night. When her and Jason came wandering into the tent, and that song was on, warm booty, cool booty, greasy booty, and she came and she just
Did the
started
booty dance.
dancing, and everybody worked the room and booty danced to everybody, and it was so funny. We have so many good friends, and Audrey is one of my favorite people, just like Mel. She is a sister to me, and I love her and that whole family so much. But that's one that just sticks in my mind. It was so fun. So runner up goes to Audrey.
All right. Well, Apple's the only one that's getting a second go round.
Well, I don't know, Mel. Did you?
I'm about to fucking fall asleep, man. All right.
I had so many. I'm going to do small shout outs. Shout out to David from Sponge and Sage from Sponge, because those two angels, they just have a special place in my heart. I just want them to know that, and they do know that. Marcelo, spending time with Marcelo, that little sweet angel being around him is like being around the mighty oak tree. You feel safe. You feel like covered. You feel, I don't know, just seguro. That's what it feels like being around Marcelo.
Powerful and comforting.
Comforting, loving. Anyways, stop it. Aaron, he's trying to speed me up, and
he's giving the wrap it up
to such an amazing festival. I'm not going to speed it up.
Okay.
You know, we can we're already here.
I just want a couple shout outs. I just went to Madison True and to Thomas. They are such a delightful couple. Thomas is drummer in Supernatural Beavers, and Madison True she joins everybody on stage and does the Strawberry Soul, and she's just awesome. She did a Jana song yesterday and just nailed it, even a couple days in the festival, with kind of a rough voice, which kind of added to it. I just love them, and
this Portland scene is so fucking right, dude.
Shout out to Karen for emceeing and being a literal vibe tender. She truly lives up to that name as vibe tender. She takes care of like everybody. She's like, hey, I want to talk to you at my camp. Come see me at my camp. We walk over. She didn't even realize that we were there, but then she turns around. She's like, oh my God, perfect timing. Like, we drew some cards with her, but just to see her working, to see her playing, to see her resting. Yeah. I saw all those things this weekend, and it was a true pleasure that this scene has such strong leadership in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not it's just natural.
Yeah,
it's a natural selection.
I point myself king of the North.
No, it's natural selection.
You are all beneath me.
It's just like all of these amazing people. We actually love and admire each other and what we're doing, and we like egg each other on to keep being their best. And that's what I saw this weekend. I saw so many people come together, and just so many moments. And I know that if I didn't mention you specifically when we connected, that was my favorite moment too.
And that's great. Just to wrap up, I'm not going to go into names because there's so many, but this is our homegrown festival. We got to see so many people we haven't seen in months, some not since last year and everything. I always love to see Thor. To see Thor and Jamie there, it was magical. To see Blake roll in the other night from the Get Down, it just like I can't think of anybody that was missing other than we really missed Cody and Bree,
of course,
and Connor.
Oh, Connor!
But it was just so magical, and yeah.
You know what, man? It's a really beautiful thing to be a part of this That's the long and the short of it, without being too wordy and weird. Like,
Yeah.
for real, I am so grateful that we have a place here and that we have a part of any kind of a hand in what's happening up here. And
Adam, I almost have finished your collage on the way there.
Adam,
And
Loyette, your collage is my favorite collage that Mel has ever made. It is so sick. You are so stoked.
pretty proud of it.
It's also the headiest collage you've ever made.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta see. I haven't seen it yet.
It's
I'm
dope.
not exactly
I
finished.
even said
but
to her, I was like, damn, I kind of like want to keep that.
Well,
And
I'll-
she was like, nope, that's Adam's. He paid for it.
Yeah.
well, you know, Susan, she's always like, don't give the originals away. Make a way. No. And she's always like, keep your originals and you can make cards. People want these cards. They're like specifically made for each person. I feel like it's like
personal
it's a
one-offs.
magic piece, you know? The only reason I want it is just to remember that I did it. Like, cause sometimes I'll think about old collages and I have them in my head, but there's so many pictures in it.
Person.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like my intention is for them. So
Yeah, you've made me a couple, and if I saw you like selling on Etsy, fucking the same one, you'd be like,
what are you
well,
doing?
damn, that was my special.
Yeah, some cards I just make because I make that. I feel like that's fine to do. But like if I made your birthday card or like congratulations or something to celebrate, it's something that has you inside of it.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. I'm super excited for y'all to hear what we did there. It was short and sweet, and like I said, it was the first time that I think the three of us feel like we nailed it, stuck the landing.
And I just want to say an extra special shout out to my girls, Audrey and Tiff. We got to spend that cute little time in the chill zone. She showed me that and the tea, and we got to like just spend time. And I love you so much, and I'm really excited for the future of, you know, their business and us and what we all have coming together.
This
coming up.
summer about to pop off.
It's about to pop off.
All right, everybody. We'll be back not on Friday. We'll be back in a couple days.
Love you, Abe.
Yeah.
Love you, Abe. Abe and Alex.
Oh,
That's I forgot to. They're so
double
much
A's,
fun.
dude. The
Yep.
double A's.
Double A's.
We'll be
That's
back in a
exciting.
couple of days with the live podcast, and we're gonna go sleep for like maybe 48 hours and drink like a gallon of water, and so take care of each other.
Yeah.
Hydrate. I didn't do a good job of that. Safety third. I did that.
I did a fair job.
And
I did,
man.
I did a fantastic job of hydrating. I
Good
always
job.
do, but unfortunately, it makes you have to get up out of your tent twice throughout the night to pee.
Bug spray, I learned, is cool,
Yeah.
and sunscreen. Those two things. 52 years old. Who'd have thunk? That's not today. This week I figured it out. I love y'all. We'll see you in a couple of days. Peace.
Like twisting, turns to mission, turning this to journey. Wish the word is many problems, but it's a burden. Family needs has been deferred, and hella means been the earth, and alchemy can bring the birth, the melody of a newborn. So persistent, so resistant, so insistent, so commitment, so resilient, or haven't you learned it? One simple road. My windshield is shattered as I focus through the spot in the corner that is still intact. The react is both a defense mechanism as well as a fear. We've traveled this road before, so we may think, but it's a tad bit of strange similarities that feed an A equal A complex. The fears of your past do not equal the perplexities of the current road.
Hey everyone, it's Cam Hurt, host of the Best Show Ever podcast, and we have got a second season coming out very soon that I am very excited about. We've got some very cool special guests, including musical acts that we all love, like Karina Reichman, Daniel Donato, Jake Brownstein from Eggy, Rick and Peter from Goose, and many more. Tune in for new episodes dropping on Osiris Media March 5th on the Best Show Ever podcast.